Good morning and welcome to our very first tutorial on Archicad. So my name is God's Power, but everyone knows me as AppGPT. For this tutorial I'm going to be using Archicad 23. Some people know it as Archicad 2023, but the version name is Archicad 23. So without wasting much of your time, I'm going to launch the software. So you double click on the icon. Here is the icon on your screen. So it's the same thing for MacBook and the regular PC. So when you double click on it, this is what comes up. This is called the welcome screen, and this welcome screen is a collection of your most recent files, or should I say projects. It's a collection of your most recent projects. So as you can see, I've been working on a few projects before now. The ones that are outline red are the ones that I didn't save, and the laptop maybe went off unexpectedly, or maybe something interrupted my progress and I couldn't save. So the beautiful thing about Archicad is that wherever your project has progressed to, it helps you keep a recent backup, the most recent backup of it, and so you cannot lose a file except you intentionally do not want to save your progress. So let's go into the Archicad interface and see what it really does. I want to assume anyone watching this video is really new to Archicad and do not know anything about Archicad. But before I do that, if you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button so that you can get more notifications on Archicad tutorials. Share this to a friend also that you think is will need this tutorial to enable them progress in their field of study or field of professionalism. Alright, so now this is new, this is browse, this is teamwork. New is basically when you want to start a new Archicad project. Browse is when you want to search for projects that you've done before or that you've copied from somewhere. Teamwork is when you want to collaborate, like you want to work with several engineers and architects to achieve a result. So I click on new. So you click on new, it will show you this. So you just click on close, and this comes up. So it is asking you how you want to create your new project. As you can see, the first option we have is template. So a template is a pre-customized work environment or workflow that you'd always want to follow. It helps you to work on your project with pre-edited environment pre-edited work environment. I don't know if I'm making sense, but anyways, it saves you the stress of going over and editing so many things over and over again in every new project. So when you have your Archicad project, you can choose it and then you click on new. Subsequent videos, I'm going to show you how to create a template, but right now we are just having a tour around Archicad 23 interface. So without wasting your time, let's click on new. So we click on new and then it takes us, it loads up the template and takes us to the work environment. So just give it some time. While we are waiting for it to boot, if you have any questions along the line, please feel free to drop it in the comment section or message me, and I will try to address it as quick as possible. So this is a typical work flow for Archicad 23, and probably it's the same thing for all Archicad's version. Yeah, probably if you might spot any difference, it wouldn't be so much. So if you know one Archicad version very well, you should be able to navigate others with ease. I don't know if I'm communicating. So right now, without wasting your time, let's start introducing the Archicad 23 interface. Now the really first bar at the top, it's where you see your project name. Right now my project doesn't have a name, so as you can see, it is named untitled because I have not given it a name yet. So just after the project title, you will see some options there. You see some options in the ribbon. So you see file, edit, new, design, documents, options, teamwork, windows, and help. So at your far right, you see minimize, you see restore down, and you see exit or close. Same thing here, you see minimize, you see restore down and close. So either of them works just fine. This is to close the project, or this is to work on, you don't want to close the whole Archicad, but then you want to just close the project and then open another one with a new template, so you use the smaller one. But if you want to close the whole Archicad, you use the bigger one. So you see, but they work similarly. Alright, so let's go over to the next row. So the next row, you can see we have undo. If you hover around a particular icon, you will see the shortcuts just below it. So if the first one by your left is undo, which as you can see, it is bracket Ctrl+Z. So if you've done anything in your project and you think it's a mistake, you can just click Ctrl+Z to undo it. Likewise, if you go further, you will see redo, which is Ctrl+Shift+Z. If you've deleted or tweaked something that you feel shouldn't have been tweaked, or if you deleted something that you feel you should have left in this position, maybe mistakenly. I'm using delete as a general term, but you could move or accidentally touch something that shouldn't have been, you should have left. So to redo it, you just Ctrl Shift Z and it comes back to where it was. So Ctrl Z and Ctrl Shift Z works alike. So you let's move on to the next. This is fine. Select Ctrl plus F. So if you are looking for a particular element in your workspace, you can just click on that and then you find it. So now this is pick up perimeters, alternate C. So if you've done settings for a particular element and then you want to transfer that setting to other elements, you just pick up the perimeter. When you click the first one, you select that object. So Archicad picks up that perimeter, all the settings you've done for that object, and then logically you can assume the next icon what it will be. So the next icon is inject perimeter. So when you've picked up perimeter from a particular object or element that you finish setting, you can inject that perimeter to another new element or any other element that you feel should be the same as the one you picked up its perimeter. Let me use a simple example. If I put a door where an arc is supposed to be, maybe I put 10 doors where arcs are supposed to be, all I have to do is set one arc right, pick up its perimeter, and then inject it on all other doors. Automatically all other doors will turn to, will be configured to that arc. I don't know if I'm communicating properly. Alright, so that is it for that one. So there's the guide to, these ones are for you to help you measure your interface. So there's the guide to, there's the snap guide and points, there is the show and hide tracker, there is the grid snap. If you notice there are some, are they? Okay, I can't find that, but there are some Archicad version that there used to be grids on the screen, and if you want to snap your drawing to those grids, you can just use the grid snap. But I would suggest that you don't touch any of these settings because it might alter the way your workspace works, and you don't want to go looking for how to set it back or reset your screen at this early point. So let's proceed. The next one is grid snap. Okay, I already talked about it. Horizontal shift E, vertical, I think it's the same thing, shift E. So this is trace tool, alternate F2. So the trace tool works this way. If you want to see what is on another floor in the current floor that you are, then you can use the trace tool. You can use it to select the particular floor you want to be seen while you are drawing the current floor, so it can guide you to know where to place certain elements. Alright, so that's it for trace tool. We are going to be critically looking at each and every one of them while we are drawing. Do you get? So right now we are just in the introduction, like I said earlier. but I think we are going to do just maybe one very quick one to help you summarize or to help you get a few things for today. I just don't want this video to be too lengthy. That is why I am not too aimed at doing so many things. So now that was trace tool. The next one is gravity. The next one is snap elements. The next one is major. The next one is user origin. The next one is trim. The next one is split. The next one is adjust. The next one is intersect. The next one is fillet, stroke chamfer. The next one is resize. The next one is trim elements to roof shell. The next one is suspend groups. The next one is markup tools. The next one is change manager. Then next one is 3D cut away. Now you notice that some icons are bold and some are grayed. Then in the bold ones, you notice that some icons are highlighted and some are not. So 3 set of icons: the grayed out ones, the bold ones, and the highlighted ones. The grayed out ones doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It means that there is no element for it to apply to right now, because basically we have not started drawing, so you can't see those icons in bold black. Then the ones that are bold, it means we can start using them as just as the work interface is. Now the ones that are highlighted, it means that they are active. They are already active. They are what is making the interface what it is right now. Alright, so let's move to the next line. Now this next line is basically 4 walls. But before let's do it this way. This next line is influenced by this other row by your left, which is called the toolbar. So you can see that we have arrow, we have mask, we have design, we have document, we have more. So if I close this document, you see that we have design, document, more. These are just what it is. Now when you launch your Archicad, you might see this. That's because design is open. There are basically 3 tabs in your toolbar. So after the arrow and mark 2, you will see design, documents, and more. If yours is like this, know that your document is clicked, is open. So if yours is like this, just notice that it's your document, tab that is open. Now the next one, if yours is like this, just know that it is your more tab that is open, because most people, when they launch their Archicad and they see something like this, they feel confused. Some, when they see like this, they are happy because they know that okay, that is what they were initially thought. But then maybe when they open another person's Archicad, they see maybe either the more or the documents tab open, and they get confused. They go like, why is your Archicad different and all that? Just calm down, go to your toolbar and then look for the design tab and click on it. That is what you'll be using to work for now, while we proceed to the next. When it's time for the next one, we definitely go there. So that's it for the toolbar. And then this is your project navigator. We have project map, we have view map, we have layout book. Let's see, layout book here, and then we have publisher set. So there are 4 tabs in your project navigator, which helps you navigate through your project with ease and to achieve certain tasks during production. When I say production, I mean like compiling of your documents or organizing your documents or your projects. So that's it for this side. And then the last area here controls how you view your workspace or your screen. So the first one here is zoom previous. The next one, which is grayed out, is next zoom. The next one is increase. The next one is fit in window. The next one is the zoom percentage. So the next one is set orientation. The next one is orientation, which is 0. The next one is scale. The next one is still the same thing, scale. This is ratio, scale ratio. The next one is layers. The next layer settings. The next one is drafting combination. The next one is partial structure display. The next one is entire model. The next one is pens and colors. The next one is view model view options. The next one is building option. Model view options. That's something. The next one is graphics override combination. The next one is renovation filter. I think that's all. So that's basically everything about Archicad 23. Alright, thanks for staying with me till the end of this video. In our next video, I'm going to be working on a project, or I'm going to show you how to do certain things. Probably I will drop a course outline that we will follow, so we'll be doing it systematically until we are convenient or until we master Archicad 23. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comment section, or you message me on WhatsApp and we'll sort it out, or I'll make a special video on that. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more to learn about Archicad 23, and there's a lot to achieve with it. You can achieve mind-blowing results, and I'm gonna attach that to the end of this video so you can get inspired. Alright, see you in the next one. Bye.